Speaking of Johnny getting screwed over, Johnny had a girlfriend for a little while. He was dating a girl for a couple of weeks. I don't even have a punchline this. This is just a true story. He was dating a girl for a while, and then one night she borrowed his bike and then broke up with him the next day. Danielle, he just named her. Danielle. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, Danielle. That was one of my favorite things. Speaking of my favorite things, I love this next guy. You're going to love him too. Just look at this guy, Johnny Goodtimes. Believe it or not, he's got a cool black friend. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage right now is my 5th favorite rapper of all time after the Beastie Boys and the old lady from The Wedding Singer. Please welcome Reef, the Lost Cause!
Good evening, folks. How are you? This guy, huh? Make some noise for Mr. Fergie for having us. The best dressed man in Philadelphia. So I'm up here tonight for 2 reasons. Obviously, number 1 is my brother Johnny Goodtimes, and the second reason, of course, is DEI. Because clearly, I'm also up here because, according to Pornhub search data, Johnny is like most red-blooded American males because he's super into watching a big, scary black man emasculate him in front of his wife. Hey, Kofi. How do you do it? How do you do it? How do you do it? God bless you. Anyway, I asked to go on early, not because I was so eager, but because being in a room full of you people, mixed with alcohol, let's just say, it's only a matter of time. It's just not safe. So I'm going to try to get, you know what I mean by you people. I'll leave it at that. So, Johnny is a successful entrepreneur.
He owns the fucking sports team.
Johnny is an entrepreneur. He is co-owner of Shy Vintage Sports, which now has 3 or 4 locations that are all doing great, especially now with the Eagles Super Bowl run. Make some noise for that. Which means that Johnny has lots of money. Tons and tons of money. If any of you need money, you should ask him for it, because clearly, if you co-own a bunch of stores, surely you must have money. Otherwise, something is incredibly wrong. And you should reevaluate everything. There's the other co-owner, Brian. What's going on, man? How's that new Mercedes treating you, bud? Johnny was also an investor in the Philadelphia Phoenix. I'm sure you'll hear this all night tonight. And our professional Frisbee team. His official title was Fun Czar, which is a thing. It's a real thing, and it wasn't made up for Johnny, for him to have something to do. You guys know Big Don from the Eagles? Fun Czar. Don Jr.? Fun Czar.
I'm correct.
One of my favorite stories about Johnny is the time he met legendary NFL wide receiver Billy White Shoes Johnson, who was famous for his end zone dance. Instead of just shaking the man's fucking hand and getting a photo, he opted to ask a 60-something-year-old black man to dance for him. Something he's been known to do to every 60-year-old black man he meets. I was actually able to track Mr. Johnson down, and he remembered Johnny quite well in the night in question vividly. And he wanted me to say this, and for some reason he wanted me to speak kind of like him when I said it, just to make sure you know it's from him. Yeah, I remember that goofy motherfucker. He gonna walk up on me talking about, hey, Mr. Johnson, I'm a big fan. Can you do your dance for me? We were in the middle of a restaurant. I was having dinner with my wife. I had on a 3-piece suit and patent leather shoes. What kind of fucking simpleton asked another grown man to dance for him? I tell you what, that white boy is lucky I didn't have my white shoes on because I'd have kicked his white ass all up and down that restaurant. And people, that sums up who Johnny is. I'm not going to take up more of your time. I'm just going to wrap it up. In conclusion, if you had told me when I was a kid that one day, many years into the future, I'd be celebrating the beginning of Black History Month by making fun of a white man named Jerome, I would have said, there's a white man named Jerome? And how soon can I make fun of him? All jokes aside, brother, you're one of the best humans I've ever known. Always remember I love you, I appreciate you, and most importantly, remember that I do not have thick skin, and I will destroy you, not with words, but physically, if you hurt my feelings tonight. It will be brutal, and you will rule the day. Okay, good stuff. John, love you.